This afternoon on DC News Now, warming up the week. Damon Madsen is breaking down just how high the temps will go. Plus screams from teachers and terrified toddlers in D.C., all caught on camera during an afternoon attack.
Children are our most vulnerable people. It's extremely troubling.
What's being done to make sure it doesn't happen again? And we're stretching your dollar. We've got seasonal savings just in time for Thanksgiving.
Metro could cut service lines and increase fares as it faces a major budget deficit. How this could impact your next ride.
And later, an exclusive one-on-one with a Maryland Terps rising star.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Madsen joins us with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, again, the sun is shining. Things are looking pretty good for the rest of the day.
My goodness, it looks fantastic out there, Mark. Yeah, this is turning out to be one of the warmest days we've had this entire month, and this is just the start of an extremely warm stretch as we go toward the end of October here. And it all began earlier this morning, folks. Check out some of those overnight temperatures. We did not see those lows drop down all that far across much of the region, as we did see those temperatures get into the 30s in just a few locations, but otherwise only in the 40s. And how about DC there? Just only falling to 49. So we kept a little bit of the warmth around overnight, if you will. Those temperatures not getting as chilly. So it has not been that difficult for our temperatures to now jump up well into the 60s. And we already have Lexington Park, Fredericksburg, Culpeper, and Luray in the low 70s already here in this very early afternoon. And that is where pretty much all of us are going to end up before the day is done. Now, here's a look at some of the record high temperatures at the major climate sites around the DMV. BWI, out toward Reagan, and then Dulles as well, all sitting with record high temperatures for today's date at 80 degrees, and that is not that far off from where we are expecting our temperatures to go later this afternoon under a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky. There you have it, folks. We're going to be pushing the upper 70s. We could possibly see some records in a few locations, but how many more days are we likely to see temperatures pushing 80 the rest of this week? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. After daycare teachers were attacked during a walk in one D.C. neighborhood. Now district leaders are working to try and find solutions. That attack happening Monday. Police now have a man in custody, but it's still a shock for the community. DC News Now's Lex Juarez is in the Bloomingdale neighborhood outside of Petite Scholars, where it all went down.
Definitely a horrible situation, a horrible thing to go through, and something that's already got local officials acting. They are already discussing what the local policies are in D.C. and what can change regarding mentally ill people who commit acts of violence. Now, police do have a suspect in custody. They arrested 38-year-old Russell Dunkley for the attack. Dunkley is a homeless man here in the district. He's currently being held in a psychiatric institute. Now, Dunkley attacked two teachers who refused to give him money on Monday afternoon, hitting them in the head multiple times and also exposing himself to the group of kids that the teachers were walking with. The attack was captured on a Ring doorbell camera, and those toddlers were screaming in horror as they watched it all happen. Neighbors shocked to hear about it, and many still at a loss for words.
It is upsetting because how do you protect yourself against something when you're out on the street, you don't really know what's happening.
Well, Councilmember Zachary Parker is holding a public safety call today. Now, this is a pre-scheduled call that's happening, but he says that he will be talking about the incident at the call. There are other public safety stakeholders going to be involved in that call as well. And on top of already talking to the other council members about local policies, Parker has already also reached out to DC Police. He's requested a police escort for the teachers and students anytime they do leave that daycare center. In Bloomingdale, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. D.C. police are searching for the person who they say shot an off-duty housing authority police sergeant. It happened last night on New York Avenue Northeast. Police say that the car used in the shooting is a gray Honda with Maryland tags and heavily tinted windows. The sergeant is being treated in the hospital. No word on the extent of his injuries. And D.C.'s acting police chief, Pamela Smith, is closer to becoming the district's permanent chief. Yesterday, council members voted to move her confirmation to the committee of the whole. Now, the final vote could come as early as November 7th. Smith has been acting chief since July. Well, now to some developing news in Fairfax County. Police are searching for people responsible for shooting a 12-year-old several times. It happened near North Chambliss Street and Lacalina Road. Now, DC News Now's Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcella has more.
The calm of this suburban neighborhood in Lincolnia on pause for a night as a police investigation takes over North Chambliss Road between Kling Drive and Lincolnia Road just off 395.
It's definitely a pretty major event in any community.
Fairfax County Police was called here just after 4:15 this afternoon, where they found a 12-year-old outside a home who was shot multiple times in the lower body. That child receiving medical care here before going to the hospital.
We heard 4 gunshots and we got worried, right?
14-year-old Maggie De Leon lives down the street. We spoke to her with permission from her mother, and they both say this doesn't happen here, but now they're worried.
If something like this happened during the daytime, what could happen during the night or early in the morning where there's barely any light?
Police are working to give them peace of mind through an arrest. Tonight, they say multiple suspects are out there. At least one left the area in a white BMW, and they're asking people who live here to help with the investigation.
Some more concrete video evidence or witnesses, third-party witnesses, things like that.
And stretching your dollar this afternoon, if you live in Virginia, you may be eligible to get a little extra cash through a tax rebate. Starting today, taxpayers can go online to check their eligibility, and you can expect to receive the money within the next 3 weeks. Officials say that single filers can expect up to $200. People filing jointly can expect up to $400. However, if you owe money to the state, your rebate will be used to satisfy that debt. Underserved communities outside the city center of Hagerstown are the new target of a new outreach effort by Horizon Goodwill Industries. They're finding housing for the homeless or those at risk of eviction and helping find jobs for those looking to make health care accessible. It's part of a new mobile vehicle to remove barriers to social services and to help those who need reliable transportation to get to work or to see a doctor or mental health specialist. Outreach case managers or Goodwill are on board to make connections with remote neighborhoods.
We are meeting people where they are in the community, so this mobile van allows us to go in the outskirts of the community where people have less access to the resources that we offer in the inner city.
And fill out job applications or even Medicare. Or what about people that can't get to a computer that need food stamps?
Well, funding for the van was made possible by a grant from the Governor's Office of Crime Prevention, Youth and Victim Services with help from Hagerstown's Department of Community and Economic Development. And through trial and adversity, one photographer is continuing to grow his business in Western Maryland. Our Michaela Newton found out that he's not letting some challenges slow him down.
Oh, beautiful. First thing that comes to my mind when I think about photography is storytelling.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. John Cannon, the owner of Mountains and Rivers Media, says he fell in love with photography at an early age.
I realized how powerful photography was. It also connected me to my roots and informed me who I am as a person by knowing better where I come from. And I decided at that moment that photography was important, that telling stories was still important.
But it didn't come without adversity.
I'm autistic, and also in June of 2021, I had a spinal cord injury that, from the spinal cord surgery, that resulted in me being paralyzed from the chest down. I've regained the ability to walk
and he hasn't let it get in his way. He says he plans to continue to expand his business along the South Mountain region. Reporting in Frederick, Maryland, Michaela Newton, DC News Now.
You can check out those heels hitting the pavement. DC's 36th annual high heel race was officially come to a close, and while it was a fun and very fabulous night in the district, people who hosted the event say it's about so much more than silhouettes and costumes.
DC has so much pride. We have such a history as a community here. We have such a large volume of queer people in Washington that coming together is important, and it shows the rest of the community, people who aren't queer, how much we're part of this scene and how much we're part of our cities.
Those are stilettos hitting the pavement. People from the community came out in droves to support the runners in the race, and our own DC News Now team was there along with special guest Karamo from the CW and Queer Eye. Well, after a very long wait and a very busy offseason, the Washington Wizards return to the court tonight. The Wizards will look to improve on last year's poor performance, and many hope that some new faces could bring the spark that they need. The Wizards were one of more active teams this offseason, and they revamped their roster by trading away superstars Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis. In their place, the team acquired star guard Jordan Poole and a flurry of draft picks. Head coach Wes Unseld Jr. hopes that Poole and first-round pick Bilal Coulibaly can provide the spark this team needs.
Sure, there's some things that, guys are a little concerned about, but I think overall the vibe is positive. We're in good shape. I think guys feel that we're in a good place. We're connected, so I think they're excited to get going.
Well, the Wizards tip off against the Indiana Pacers at 7 tonight.